Memphis right now is actually tied for second place with Denver. Um, but to me, Denver's another sleeper team. I think they got rid of some really good pieces that year. They won the championship. They let Caldwell Pope go last year. Brown ended up leaving. Russell.
It sound like you out. I was calling you back.
Nigga, I ain't know.
Oh damn. Fuck you doing?
I'm laying down.
All right. Hit me up tomorrow
Uh,
then. All right. Pokemon Day.
What? That I
Spence.
Hey, well, bro, man, he fucking caught himself too, bro, because I'm telling you, bro, you kick me, bitch, you kick me full strength one too many times, bro. Hey, the instinct, the fucking reflex gonna take over, and I'm just pop your ass on time. I'm telling you, bro, I did that shit to my wife recently, bro. And that shit to my wife. I had like something in my hand that I didn't really want to drop or something like that. I don't remember what it was. And she started tickling me. And I was like, stop. And she wouldn't stop, bro. So I just like, I had one hand, my left hand, and I just like shoved her, bro. So I used like 10% more strength. And she wouldn't fly. I'm telling you, bro, it just, all we would have had to do, bro, it would have been that one kick, maybe catch him in the ribs at the right angle. You feel me? Instinct would have took over, bro. He would have knocked Shorty Temple off her face. Hey, bro, I'm sober as hell, bro. I can't even smoke. I was just sitting back thinking about it. Like, y'all niggas don't have, like, either some baked beans or black beans or whatever. I ain't talking about what y'all season the beans with, but just the inside of the bean. Like, when you sit back and you think about it, that shit is mighty damn similar to a potato. Now I want some damn beans just to make sure I ain't tweaking.
Spence, you okay? Oh my gosh. Here, wipe your hands off. Come here. Here.
Yucky air, yucky air.
Baby, we downstairs.
I know it's 11 o'clock. Spencer has school. Can you bring him upstairs? And I asked about the jersey. She said don't forget about the jersey. She kind of needs to know if you know where it is or not, so she can.
I mean, it just should be hanging up with my black clothes.
It's a okay.
I got the new game mode, right?
Huh?
It's a black jersey. Can you come up? Can you bring Spencer up here to make me look his jersey up here?
Alright, I'm bringing it after this match.
Okay.
I guess, someone, so I'm gonna play.
Ah!
I'm gonna play quick round while I play it now. Excuse me. They were. They were. Thanks, Lord. I didn't see the buster. That's an exclusive group. Oh, that's lame. I don't know if I should go down. I'll go down. I'll go low. There's the mini boss.
So Westbrook's looking the best that he's been in the last few years. I think Denver, to me, right now, is the favorite because their core players, I'm talking about Michael Porter Jr., the Joker, and Murray are still there. And everybody else is kind of figuring it out. Outside of Memphis, Memphis has the same team. OKC has the same team, but I think the experience goes to Denver. But I think the Lakers will have problems in the front court to answer your question, Mace.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
And another thing, I don't want us to leave this take without acknowledging Klay Thompson. Is he back?
No, he's not the Klay Thompson that we're familiar with in Golden State. I haven't seen him since Golden State now.
In this game, he had 20.
Yeah, but it's a here and there 20.
Right.
It wasn't it was to me like I watched the game and I didn't know he had 20. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just get it 20. It wasn't allowed 20. And don't get me wrong, we can't frown on 20. So I'm not downplaying 20 at all. But I'm talking about the Klay Thompson that we're used to seeing.
He was 5 for 10 from 3.
He's 5 for 10. I'm looking at it now. 5 for 10 from 3. He was 8 from 17 from the field overall. But this isn't looking like a splash rubber. This is looking like more of fire hydrant play. The sprinklers. Yeah, the sprinklers.
You going kiddie pool, Paul?
Yeah, the blow up joint. Klay's my man, and I fuck with Klay. You know, we see each other. We're good. I have absolutely no problem with Klay Thompson at all. But we're used to standing with Klay Thompson. And what happens is, that's why I respect Kobe so much because, and I'm not comparing Klay Thompson to Kobe, but Kobe said years before he retired, I want to be one of them 16 averaging guys. When I'm averaging, and 16 is decent, but not for Kobe Bryant. Not for average is 15, 16, 17. It's time to go. It's time to go. So, not pushing Klay Thompson out the league, and that's the thing about shooters. We know Klay Thompson can fuck around and hit 7 threes in one night, 8 threes. Even last night he hit 5 threes, but it didn't look like a difference making 5 threes. So, Klay Thompson, to me, he's in the phase, not in his career when I say this, he's in the J.R. Smith phase. When I say that, J.R. Smith can catch fire, but he's off too.
You putting him on J.R. Smith killer.
No, I'm not saying the career. I'm talking about right now. So what, you disrespect J.R. Smith? I'm not saying career-wise. I think he had a way better. I'm saying I think he had a way better career than J.R. Smith. And J.R. Smith's my man too. I'm just saying playoffs 4 championships, been the 6 championships. No, and don't get it fucked up. But what I'm saying, where he's at now, J.R. Smith, a nigga did 7, 8 threes in the game, but he's a nigga who could miss 11. And I think that's what
he might add to the other team, too.
I won't bring that up. I won't bring J.R. in the championship.
Yeah, J.R., you my man. I know you got niggas in there working on.
Yeah, I fuck with J.R.
Okay, so there's still a couple points to make here. So you mentioned Luka's triple-double. That was his first triple-double in a Lakers jersey, but then also to Mace's point. So in this game, only 2 Mavs players scored more than 10 points, which was Kyrie and Klay. PJ Washington was obviously on the floor. He scored 0 points, but had 10 rebounds. So it's like, I don't want to sound like a hater,
but what you gonna
do? Is Luka really doing that well against a team that doesn't have all the players that they need, and then you got the players who aren't performing as they should? Is it really that good? And then to kind of add to the drama,
he was doing well. He had a triple-double.
What status saying is he's doing good because everybody's not there.
Yeah.
Players that aren't there on form. That's what she's
Is it really that good? And then like to add to the drama, like okay, Luka's staring down the bench, but like the bench was the one that got you sent away. Like you gotta look at Nico Harris. He's sitting right there watching the game. You looking at everybody else except the person you should be looking at. So it's like
you looking at Nico going on clapping in this.
So that's just my question to y'all. Like, is it really up to the hype? Did you like how he played? Like, yeah, we answered the question.
I don't like Luka scoring less than LeBron, but I cannot put this on LeBron because LeBron was 11 for 17. Luka was what, about 6 for 17 or something around that place. So when I look at it like this, you're getting the same amount of shots. So it's not on LeBron if he's missing his shots. Because I know a lot of times when we give takes that sometimes it seems like we're putting LeBron in the wrong pause position, but it's not his fault. You're getting the same amount of shots. You gotta make more shots.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They both took 17 shots. If Luka didn't make the shots, he didn't make the shots. But the answer to that question, it's like this. It's two things. First of all, I haven't said it in a couple seasons. The best ability is availability. If the players are not available, that's not Luka's fault. They say Luka was out of shape and not in shape and not ready to play. He got his ass in shape really quick soon as he got to the Lakers. So, and also to my point, when it comes to Luka, is this. As much as Nico or I don't know why I can't. I'm drawing a blank on my other nigga that's part of GM staff, whatever. As much as they say that Michael Finley, as much as they say he's not in shape and he's drinking, et cetera, he's been first team All-NBA for 5 years. He's the latest scoring champion. You know he's been like this. And you choose to get rid of him, which is fine. But when you say that he's not playing against the level of competition, that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would say to that, he just had 32 against Denver. The Joker was playing. Jamal Murray was playing. Michael Porter was playing. I don't know if Aaron Gordon was playing, but he played the Denver Nuggets. They won the championship a year before last. They took the Minnesota Timberwolves to 7 games. I think that he's playing just fine. But more to get to the stats question is, a lot of people, we don't have patience. I've seen Laker fans, and before he played against Denver, Luka stinking it up. Luka ain't doing this. Luka ain't doing that. Then when he went against Denver, yeah, that's Luka. Fire emojis, all this crazy shit.
Yeah, that's the Luka we traded for.
Yeah, and
all that.
People want miracles overnight. It's going to take time for him to gain chemistry with a team. You're dealing with a team that's been together since training camp. Training camp's in September. He's getting there the end of February, and people want magic tonight. It's going to take time to build chemistry, and he has to learn the plays, and he has to get the groove of the offense. A lot of shit that he's learning is off the wing. Now, if you're a professional basketball player, that's part of your job. You know basketball. You know where to be at. But look, we seen this happen before where, and it's a little different because I don't hold the Miami Heat the first year not winning the championship accountable because they had to build chemistry. And I remember the scrutiny they was put under saying, oh, they didn't win. They went to the championship. They just lost in the championship because they had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron. People want results right now. And the following year that they win, they absolutely won. But you have to get time to build chemistry. So to answer your question, Stat, I think Luka's doing just fine. It's going to take some time to also get back into 100% shape. Him and LeBron to gain more chemistry, not just him and LeBron, him and the rest of the team. But I think he's doing great. But the more of a problem is what's going to happen when the Lakers have to deal with a dominant center moving forward. But Lakers have been the best team in the NBA since January 15th. And that's a testament to the Lakers coming into the season because we wouldn't think, to me anyway, I didn't think the Lakers would be where they're at right now. I have to give J.J. Redick his props. We thought it was a favor from LeBron, even if it was a favor from LeBron. 2 of the 3 quarters into the season, it's looking like it's working out. Not saying that they're championship bound, But at the end of the day, I think they're much further than I would have put them when the season started in October.
What's the guy name from the Celtics? Brad something that started.
The GM?
Yeah.
Stevens.
Brad Stevens. Yeah. Would you put him on Brad level? Like,
Who?
you know how Brad came in from the beginning, and it was like he's this basketball wizard.
Are you saying J.J. Redick?
Yes.
No. I think because he coached in college too.
Okay.
Brad Stevens coached in college, won a championship actually college. Actually, to me, Brad Stevens is very underrated because he won in college, then he actually came to the NBA. To me, he built that Boston Celtics team up as a coach. We know Danny Ainge was there at the GM, but with a young Tatum, a young Jaylen Brown, he built the team up to where
Ime Udoka.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ime.
It's all good.
I'm an Ime guy. Ime got them right there on the cusp, and whatever he went through, which we all know we ain't going to keep bringing up.
Yeah.
And he let the assistant coach come in, and he took over. But more testament to Brad Stevens, and I know I'm getting a little bit off your question, is that he became a GM and won a championship.
Yeah.
So I think Brad Stevens is very underrated as a coach, and we got to give him his props as a GM now. But I know you have more to say about that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just asking because it also looked like a Boston team. The Lakers look like a Boston team when you got two white boys out there balling. It looked kind of funny because you normally watch two white boys ball out on a Celtics team as a throwback Celtics team, but they're playing in Lakers jerseys. Is very different.
Yeah. So to kind of give the Lakers credit, so they've won 3 straight games in 15 of their last 19 games, and we know that they've had an interesting year from new coaching to the trades to even finally beating Denver. And to Cam's point, kind of talking about quick success and miracles overnight. Does it seem like that is what the Lakers are having? Then how far do you guys expect them to go in the West, just from what we've seen at this point?
Yeah, and on that note, before we get there, Cam, if you gave somebody 30 to 40 million, you keep talking about time. How much time would you give them?
30 to 40 million a year?
Yeah, how much time would you give them to start playing?
We got to think about this, Murder, is that's not a lot at this point. And it's sad to say, but
I know, but I'm saying Cam. If Cam gives somebody 30 to 40 million, how much time are you giving them?
They don't have a lot of time.
That's what I was thinking.
They don't have a lot of time.
Listening to your take. You gave him 30, 40 million. He showed up.
And who you talking about exactly?
Anybody.
Okay, yeah. I mean, listen, the way it goes is that this is one of me and Sin's big arguments too, because Sin like giving this nigga 30 million, giving this nigga 40 million. And I understand that. Like I said, if it's my money, cool. But what's going on is that they're looking at how players are getting paid and what's their market value and et cetera, et cetera. If it's Cam, I'm not paying this. But what happens is you don't want to lose a player to somebody else because they're going to pay him that. But what if you saying you give somebody 30, 40? What if you giving somebody 50, 55, 60, 65 to 70 million and they're not available?
Yeah.
And they're considered a superstar. Paul George, Joel Embiid. More to that credit, and now you're 12th and 13th in the East. So forget 30, 40. What about you giving a nigga 70 when their contract is up?
That's going to be real interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to be super interesting. So your question about the Lakers.
Yeah, do you feel like the Lakers are having that overnight quick success? Then how far do you expect them to go in the West?
To your first question, do I think they're having overnight success? Yes, and I don't like overnight success because anytime people have overnight success, it's just the future don't end up well. Just history shows that no matter what genre it is, no matter what sport it is, no matter what life it is, it's just people that have overnight success don't tend to ever go far, and so I'm thinking about that. So as they start doing this, it reminds me of what's the guy named that had the ice cream, pause, from the Knicks, the Asian guy, Jeremy Lin, Anytime somebody jump out as some like overnight sensation, it just never lasts. I would name some rappers, but I don't want to have that kind of smoke tomorrow. But you know what I'm talking about. You know about all these guys, or a singer somewhere they popped up, and then you're like, what happened to him? I don't want
like
that.
Carl
to be.
Thomas.
Yeah. Kevin, why you had to say somebody from Bad Boy?
Did you work with him? Y'all had to fight. That's my favorite one.
Emotional, yeah.
No, that ain't my favorite. Been Around the World remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think I told you this, but I remember Kuda told me I could have did that remix.
Kuda was out singing.
Kuda was like, niggas put Carl Thomas. I could have been.
Yeah, he was mad. And he was actually singing like he could sing the part.
He sung it to me. He was in the house on 23rd.
Yeah.
I said, Kuda was pissed. I said, all right, Kuda.
Yeah.
He was mad about that.
I thought he was playing because he said that to me in front of White Castles. He said, yo, listen to this, Mace. I was like, what? He's like, come downstairs. I want you to hear something. He started singing Been Around the World.
He said it was just me and him. He sang it to me one day. He's like, I could have did that.
You wilding.
I remember that clear as day because it was just me and him. He was singing this shit. Like niggas hating. I
thought he was playing.
Me too, but I seen he wasn't smiling. He was mad about this shit. I was like, dude, I remember the nigga was singing it to me, and I was like, I'm still learning everybody, so I'm just gonna sound good to me. But real quick before I answer your question, because I know our audience is very facetious and be like, when I say that Brad Stevens won a championship, I'm talking about Horizon League championship. He went to 2 Final Fours, which is sensational as well. But they like, yeah, he did not win no college championship. The school he was at, they shouldn't even did.
Yeah, thank you for clearing that up. So they couldn't wait. Yo, tell Kim, what is he talking about championships?
Yeah, that's a fact. But that question real quick.
Yeah, does it seem like the Lakers are having overnight success, and then how far do you expect them to go in the West?
Overnight success, not since January 15th. It's a month. It's almost we have about 3 more days until it's March. So if you're the best team for a month and a half, I don't think it's overnight success. People may look at it like that because Luka's there and it's looking new. Cool, but I think the Lakers, they've been doing good all season. It isn't like they're just having this run in January. They actually been looking good all season. And for them to be the best team, not just in the Western Conference, in the entire NBA, and we're looking at Cleveland, we're looking at Boston, we're looking at OKC, we're looking at Denver, we're looking at Memphis, we're looking at Houston. For them to be the best team for a month and a half, and it's almost March, I have to give them their credit. Now, it depends on who they have a matchup with in the first round, how far they go in the West. If you sit there and get a young team like OKC, it might go either way. Even though Shai Gilgeous is looking incredible, this could go either way. But if you fuck around and run into Denver in the first round, it could be an early exit. So to me, that's a great question, Stat. I would like to reserve my answer for further on in the next week, in the weeks to come, where I could see where they could possibly be seated. But it's so close, not necessarily 1, but 2 through 5. Then you got 6 through 10 or 11. Everybody's so close that this whole thing could flip-flop in the next few weeks, and where you could see the 8 seed being the 4 seed, you could see the 9 seed being the 7 seed. So I want to reserve my answer how far they could go. I think it depends on the matchup they get in the first round.
And to answer the latter part of your question, Stat, I think the Lakers are out in the second round. If they get past the second round, they could win it all. Just it's gonna be either one. And I don't like where they stand right now, even though some people think it's good. Today, if this was the playoffs, they'll be playing Houston, which is loaded with a lot of young talent and loaded with Amen Thompson, that I think should be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Him on LeBron, I don't like that. I don't like that because there's nothing better for a young guy who thinks he's playing defense to go against LeBron. If he gets up for that challenge, he have all the tools to shut down one of the Laker perimeter guards, whether it end up being LeBron, perimeter wings, LeBron or Luka. He got the limb pause. He's athletic and he plays with fire. And that's something that's been missing from the NBA for a very long time. So right now, if they was to play Houston, I don't like that series because they got Jalen Green. He got he got his family gonna show up. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder, and they got, what's the coach name? Udoka. Yeah, he's looking to win. He's definitely not looking to be out first round. So they have all the ingredients to beat the Lakers. I'm not saying they would, but I'm saying I don't like that matchup. It's
a great match. Luka faced a lot, being that they're both in Texas. And I do agree with Mace when it comes to Ime and the young guns on the team. But I think this is a situation where we seen Sacramento at a couple years ago. So to me, if that series was today, I would pick the Lakers purely off experience, purely off LeBron's side of everybody sitting there saying 40-0 this, 40-0 that. LeBron is out here dunking on niggas, 25, acting crazy. Luka has a point to prove. I think experience would be the factor in this series if the series happened today. But to me, I want to see where Houston goes as well, because speaking of overnight success, this looks like overnight success. Even though Ume wants to win, we've seen this movie before with Sacramento. They just missed the playoffs, and I'm talking about Houston at the point. They just missed the playoffs last year. They looked sensational at the beginning of the year, in second place most of the year, and right now they dropped tied for fourth and fifth place. Are they slacking off? Are they losing focus? We don't know. Or just the teams ahead of them playing that good. For the Lakers to be in fourth, like I said, I didn't think that they would be in fourth at all.
Let's hear a scream tell. There has been only one reported sighting of this Pokemon. It resembles a mysterious creature depicted in an old expedition journal. It resembles a mysterious Pokemon described in a paranormal magazine as a Jigglypuff from 1 billion years ago. Hatterena? Mischievous? Iron Valiant. This Pokemon looks pretty cool. It has some similarities to a mad scientist's invention covered in a paranormal magazine. It's possible that this is the object listed as Iron Valiant in a certain expedition journal. I'm just looking at fairies right now. Pheasantipity? Pheasantipity? Am I pronouncing that right? Pheasantipity. I might be wrong. I don't know. Does not evolve. Has no. It doesn't have anything. Is that a made up Pokemon? Oh, it's DLC. Galador? Oh, yeah, I get you. I got talked about the presents tomorrow. What are we talking about, presents? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about a lot, Snake. Hey, Snake, I'm trying to play with you, but my game's still downloading, dude. I kid you not. Here, look. Uh, look. See, it's like halfway. A little bit over. It's halfway. What the heck? You want me to look for Hatterina's Pokemon Present? Oh, now I haven't talked about that. What do you? Well, tomorrow's Pokemon Day, right? Well, technically, it'll be tomorrow, right? The 27th or the 28th? I can't remember. Oh, you're still updating too? That's crazy. All right, we're looking for Hatterena. Hey, I don't mind doing this. This actually will give me an idea of. I mean, I like Grimmsnarl too. I like how they look. Wait, let me read this one really quick. With the hair wrapped around its body, helping to enhance its muscles, this Pokemon can overwhelm even Machamp. Damn, even Machamp. Its hair works like muscle fibers. When its hair unfurl, they latch onto opponents, ensnaring them as tentacles would. This Pokemon has complete control over its hair. Grimmsnarl normally keeps its hair wrapped around its body to support its muscles. It lives deep within the forest, even after evolving into this splendid form. It hasn't given up on its petty misdeeds and pranks. Huh. Can you imagine that? That Pokemon comes up to you, just slaps you just because they're that way. I played 2 matches and then had to update. It will slowly roll into the Pokemon Unite version of China has. They have several game modes we don't have. Yeah, I've been keeping up. Dark type carries it. You think so? Oh no. Oh, here's Hatterena. I like the design of this Pokemon too. She slays. It emits psychic power strong enough to cause headaches as a deterrent to the approach of others. If you're too loud around it, you risk being torn apart by the claws on its tentacle. This Pokemon is also known as the Forest Witch. Yeah, that's yikes. Hatterena knocks out those that intrude in its home forest by blasting them with a beam, then slashing with claws enhanced by psychic power. Yeah. Beware of forests that show no signs of living creatures within. You may have wandered into Hatterena's territory. This Pokemon can read the emotions of creatures over 30 miles away. The minute it senses hostility, it goes on the attack. 30 miles away? Hostility? There's no way. They don't have the speed for it, dude. They can't reach you at 30 miles away. Beams like lightning shoot down from its tentacles. It's known to some as the Raging Goddess. Your game is done updating? Guess what? Mine ain't. You gotta stop flexing, bro. Look at that. Fairies and water types are CE. You have 3 shinies? God. One of my favorite entries, just because of how bad they like describe it, is Magikarps. Where is it? This one, Crystal. This weak and pathetic Pokemon gets easily pushed along rivers when there are strong currents. Magikarp is a pathetic excuse for a Pokemon that is only capable of flopping and splashing. This behavior prompted scientists to undertake research into it. Yeah, they don't fuck around with Magikarp. Magikarp is virtually useless in battle as it can only splash around. As a result, it is considered to be weak. However, it is actually a very hardy Pokemon that can survive in any body of water no matter how polluted it is. They hate him for real. It is virtually worthless in terms of both power and speed. It is the most weak and pathetic Pokemon in the world. Like its speed is excelling, so the fact that it says that it lacks speed is kind of like. A Magikarp living for many years can leap a mountain using Splash. The move remains useless though. God. In the distant past, it was somewhat stronger than the horribly weak descendants that exist today. No way, you did Roblox Doors right now? I might have to update my game. Whenever? We still gotta play, right? Damn. Just gotta, yeah, I gotta catch up with a lot of. I got you. Oh, how's your schedule looking like this weekend? Because you are trying to play Unite. Oh yeah, you did. You did say Monster Hunter Wilds. You did say that. Thanks to their stronghold on light, dirty water doesn't bother them at all. They live in waters all over the world. Famous for being very unreliable, it can be found swimming in seas, lakes, rivers, and shallow puddles. An underpowered, pathetic Pokemon. It may jump high on rare occasions, but never more than 7 feet. That's still higher than what I can do, shoot. Probably. The nicest one, yeah, exactly. Although weak and helpless, this Pokemon is incredibly fertile. They exist in such multitudes, you'll soon grow tired of seeing them. They're messed up with Magikarp, I'm not gonna lie. But then all of a sudden, Gyarados. When Magikarp evolves into Gyarados, its brain cells undergo a structural transformation. It is said that this transformation is to blame for this Pokemon's wildly violent nature. Basically, yeah. Like, you used to bully me, I'm gonna bully you now. I got you, rolls up sleeves. Leave no survivors. Alright. Which one's better though? Original Articuno? Or Galarian? Original? Yeah, I agree. Alright. What about Zapdos? Zapdos Kanto? Or Galarian Zapdos? I think. I like the new Zap too. I like how it looks. It looks like a crazy chicken. Yeah, it is. Oh, we're talking about the Articuno, the pose? Yeah, 100%. But the design is still better. And then the Moltres. Galarian. This looks like somebody screwed with them and they just turned wild. Like Galar? Galarian. It's not bad. Additional artwork. Oh, this is the original stuff. I like this more. This from the game. This one looks. Oh, let's see the other additional stuff for. Yeah, old school. The hell? Instead of using Ice Beam, they were like Ice Beam. Yeah, definitely red chicken's better. I like that. It looks meaner. Because it looks mean, but then this is just like, I'm gonna screw you over. Evelta. I like that name. Evelta. Damn, my game is still that one. Yeah, they're the reason I want to try Pokemon Unite is because they have a new game mode where like instead of like whoever has the most points at the end wins, it's whoever. Well, it'll still be whoever has the most points at the end, but whoever reaches 500 points first wins the game. So I'm feeling like the game could probably go faster. His wings. It's just a chicken, that's why probably. Original Zapdos is not bad though. I think there's a shiny form too. Hold on. I like the shiny if I'm not mistaken more. Oh no. Useless. It's the same shit. Never mind. No more server. I forgot that shinies are not that good. They're like, look, no difference. Alright. Yeah, there's no difference. Is Moltres different? Yeah, Moltres is pink. That's the only one out of all three of them. Bro, I remember this. That's crazy. Original red and blue. The shiny Galars are good? Let me see.
Anytime during this NBA season, but I would pick the Lakers if the series started today. But I'm not mad at Mason's take anyway because it's one of them situations where do them young niggas want it.
Yeah.
We know Ume wants it.
Yeah.
You know he wants it more than all them niggas. But do the young players want it that bad to where they could dethrone the king and sit there and take the reigning scoring champion out and say, we're going to get them out of here? I don't know. I wouldn't pick Houston, but if they did win, I wouldn't be surprised. But
yeah, that's basically what I was saying. I wouldn't be surprised because they got Jeff Green and they got Van Fleet, two players that have played on championship teams, know what it take, and they're in the wings, you know, just being people that chip in on that team and provide what they need at the time they need it. So right behind those explosive wings, they got the championship pedigree people that's behind them that'll either come off the bench or come in and make a bucket here. And then they got Dylan Brooke, who just got traded from Memphis. That's why I say I don't like this. They got all of the pieces that they need to beat them. Not that they would. That's why I said I don't like it.
Yeah, real quick. But Jeff Green's not averaging no minutes. Javier Fleet, he's not really doing nothing. It's really them young guns who's out there busting ass. But you're right when it comes to experience in the locker room. Not just experience, championship experience. So that also...
That can tell you, do this, be in the room at this time, be downstairs at this time. All of that stuff plays into it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, with all these pieces, specifically the young guys, do the Rockets have the highest potential? We will discuss their win versus the Bucks after the break. Welcome back. So it's time to discuss the Rockets. They beat the Bucks 100-97. The Rockets are currently 5th in the West, and we know last year they ended in the 11th seed. How do you like how the Rockets have been playing? And then I know because of what happened with Ime Udoka, a lot of his coaching has kind of gotten overshadowed, but I think it's a good argument to say, do you think that he's one of the best coaches in the league right now, Mace?
Yeah, but I gotta say a prayer for, how you said, Ime Udoka?
Ime Udoka.
Ime. I mean, if he left Boston for the ladies, I don't know how he's doing it in Houston, for real, to tell the truth. You would just have to think. I just hope he's keeping his nose clean. Is that how they say it? But he's doing a great job coaching. But just think about it. There's fellas watching this. You know what I'm talking about. If he was doing that in Boston, how are you holding up in Houston? Killer, what do you think about that?
You trying to say Houston girls are better than Boston girls? Is that what you said?
I mean, Houston got the baddie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they said one of the boxers was fighting one of the singers over chicks in Houston at 50 Cent event.
Yeah, listen, man.
It is Houston.
No, I like girls all over the world, but Houston is very tempting. It's a very tempting city. And then not only that, the nightlife in Houston is crazy, but he knows all eyes is on him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's keeping his nose clean, but it's a very tempting place to be at. It's a very tempting city.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
why I said we're praying for Ime, you know. I hope he continues to do well, win a championship there and defy all the odds.
The whole problem with Ime, it wasn't about him smashing chicks. He's smashing chicks within the organization.
Oh.
That was more the
He
problem.
was fraternizing.
Yeah. It was an HR nightmare. That's what
I never understood that. I never understood. Not that I don't understand fraternizing, but I didn't understand why they brought him up and not the person. But, you know, I'm going to leave that alone.
She's still working there.
Yeah. They actually brought both of them out, but like he was the one that got sent.
Why they didn't fire her?
Husband works there too.
Like,
okay, let's skip over that. Stat, what's your question?
Yeah, do you think that Ime Udoka is one of the best coaches in the league right now? And how do you feel about
I think he's definitely one of the best coaches in the league. I would put him up there with of course Pop, of course who else is doing an amazing job? Whoever's coaching Cleveland is doing an excellent job. Who?
Kenny.
Yes.
Kenny.
He's doing an excellent job. And Boston, the coach of Boston, because after you win, normally a team get lax. So for him to be able to, Mazzulla?
Yeah.
To be able to get them up to play every single night and time after time and stay on the course to win another championship, that takes a lot. That takes even more than a person to win it the first time. The win after the first time takes even more fortitude. So I would put Mazzulla first, but Ime is somewhere in there in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree with everything what Mace said, but he just committed blasphemy comparing this nigga to Pop. You way out of line, my nigga. You just real as well.
And who the Pop?
Ime. You said I put him up there with Pop. That's wild.
Not with Pop. I mean,
it shouldn't even be. It should not. They should not even be in the same room,
yeah,
bro.
Pop is like.
Why would you put them
Tupac and Biggie? You don't put them in a group with all the other people.
You just did it.
I was just saying he's in a list. I don't put him up there with Pop. Two things can be right at the same time, Cam.
What do you think, Stat?
No. Two things can't be right at the same time.
Yeah,
Those are two different, apples to oranges.
Yo,
like,
that is wild.
That's
wild
disrespectful. I was just seeing if you was going to go with me.
No.
You're no friend. You're no friend, Stat.
I'm a friend, but I have eyes and I have ears.
What about, why she can be your friend because you bugging? I'm your friend and you bugging. I'm your best friend and you bugging, nigga. You wildin'.
You're triggered. You're triggered.
No, that's not triggered. I'll let you know I'm triggered. That is just wilding. If you put Ime Udoka, got his name right this time, in a conversation today.
Say it again. Ime what?
Ime Udoka in the same conversation with Greg Popovich on February 26, 2025.
Cam, I'm not putting him up there in greatness. I'm putting him up there on a list. He's on a list. Somebody got to be on a list other than Pop. Pop is the best of all of them, but he's, we're just putting the other people that's in the 10.
Pop is on a list with Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Pat Riley, Phil Jackson. What's my nigga just of Alabama stat?
Nick Saban.
Ime Udoka is in the fucking parking lot somewhere, bro. That is nigga is not.
He's with Tom Thibodeau and them.
Oh.
Ime.
So say Tom Thibodeau. How you get?
No, I was saying, but he's having a good year, so I put him in that group. But he's not like permanently in that group.
Title Town's on the move. Title Town is back on the move.
That went like this.
You could have said, I'd take that.
You got to keep moving the goal.
That's not what I meant.
Until you get first down.
This is why when a nigga asks if me and Mace is cool, and I said I didn't think so. This is how far it goes. So they're gonna say I'm right, no matter what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna equate what he said to Title Town's on the move. So okay, Mace, I get it. He's on a list.
He's on a list. If you have to make a list, you have to put him on a list with other people. He can't be on a list by himself.
I said I agree with every name you said outside of Popovich.
Okay.
I
so
agree.
do we leave Pop off the list?
Yeah. First of all, it depends on.
Because I'm cool with that. I'm not spinning right now.
No, see, it's a different way to put it. Now it's two different questions. Because Pop is not on no list with that nigga. Now, we talking about who's doing... Now, first of all, Pop...
I'm glad you said that, because that's how I feel when niggas put my name on lists with niggas.
I agree with you. Listen.
I'm not on that list.
There you go.
Yeah,
So why you got a problem with it? I don't know why you got a problem with
another spin.
Yeah, you still spinning it to weird some type of way. This is what I'm trying to say. You'll keep going till niggas say, let me spin till they dizzy. Mike Irvin, I like it, man. If you can't convince them, confuse them. That's Michael Irvin. Let us know that, man.
Look at Stat. I don't know where we at.
Stat knows where we're at. She's just like, whatever.
Let you do you.
Now, we talk about listeners. I know I have to answer the question, but to answer the question, before I answer the question, is this. If we're putting Ime Udoka on the list for best coaches this year, absolutely. Best coaches in the last couple years, absolutely. Has Pop been a good coach the last couple years? I'll say he's been all right. He doesn't have the talent to be one of the best coaches, but he stayed around. Actually, my belief is to help Wendy learn the game. Is he having better coaching years than Ime Udoka? Absolutely not. But that's what I'm talking about. What list are we talking about, the coaches for this year and last year? Or are we talking about coaches, period? I don't even think he should be in the convo. But as Mace said, he doesn't believe he should be on certain lists either. Also said that my man Dion. Dion said, we got to start getting rooms in this Hall of Fame now. They just starting to let everybody. He said they got to get a penthouse with me and some other niggas is at, because every year it's becoming a mess. They just starting to put anybody in the motherfucking Hall of Fame. Dion's starting to get offended. And I felt Dion on that, man, because I've seen a few players that came in and I'm like, ooh. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But
and Dion's from Titletown.
Yeah, I know. Dion's definitely from Titletown. But
that's what I mean when I say Titletown's on the move. They letting anybody in. Pause.
I don't know what Ime Udoka got to do with Titletown. I have no idea. Ime Udoka has anything to do with Titletown.
Yeah.
But to get to the question, Stat, seriously, it's exactly. I know we're asking, is Ime Udoka a good coach? And the second part of the question is, how far can Houston go?
Yeah, basically just how do you feel about how they've been playing compared last year to now?
Well, I think they're playing great. I think they played great last year. It's about building chemistry, and that's what we was talking about with the Lakers earlier. This year, they're building the chemistry. I think the most determined people on the Rockets is Ime Udoka, even though he's a coach, but then you also have Dylan Brooks, who got shipped out of Memphis. Mm-hmm. He was like, okay, cool. So I think between Ime Udoka and Dylan Brooks, them niggas really, really, really have a point to prove. Now, what I'll say is this is the real question. How far can Houston go? They're doing great now. They were doing better early in the year. But this is the thing with young niggas, and this is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The younger the kids are, to me, my personal opinion, the smaller their attention span is. And for 82 games to stay locked in, focused, including the playoffs, and I'm not saying that they're not professional basketball players, they know that comes with the game. What I'm saying is this, you have to stay locked in all season. Do we see people go off and start doing podcasts and other things and things with their girlfriend, etc.? Yes, but the younger these guys get, and not just guys, I'm talking about humanity as a whole, attention spans get shorter and shorter. I was having a meeting with some people about some movie stuff that I'm doing, and they're saying, Ken, we're in the direction of starting to do 20 to 25-minute movies, because young kids can't sit there for an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half, 2 hours to watch a whole movie. Because before the movie's over, they did a survey. They do all these analytics when it's in Hollywood, and they say they go on their phone 7 to 10.
Introducing the bold and caliente cantina chicken menu from Taco Bell. Here for a limited time.
Hey, it's me, your itchy, flaky scalp. I crave relief. New CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hair Care. Developed free from common irritants and allergens with 3 essential ceramides and unique MIT-free pyrithione zinc. Now I'm looking flake-free and healthy. New CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hair Care.
All your emotions. that was random. What was it?
Ten times during a movie. So you don't even have the attention span to watch an hour-and-a-half movie without going in your phone. And I think that that's translating to all these kids growing up. So back to the young thing that we're talking about when it comes to the Houston Rockets, they have to be locked in, and that's what we'll see. So I don't know how far that they go right now, because to me they were playing much better earlier, and they're not playing bad now, but they were in the second seed for a long time, dropped to the third, dropped to the fourth, and now they're fifth.
I think they're doing actually, compared to last year, this Houston Rocket team is like night and day. I think they went to a new level, but I also think this is what Ime was protecting when James Harden was trying to come over. He knew that they would have this progression, and he was trying to protect it from bringing somebody on the team that he thought could send that progression in a different direction. And it kept the team pure, kept the team focused. And now they have to make the next jump, which is what Cam is talking about. And that's winning in the playoffs and staying focused so you can win when it count. I got them in the first round, second round. They probably won't go any further than the second round. Maybe they win the first round, but if they start out against the Lakers, that's still going to be a goodie.
Yeah, I think you can even give more credit to the other players on the roster, because even their center, he's 22, Alperen, he's been averaging a double-double. Obviously, we've seen Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, even though everybody had the jokes we've seen, he has not let down. He's been playing phenomenal, so shout out to him. Andrea, if he's good, they good. And even one of the twins, Amen Thompson, he's been balling, and he's had a lot of been playing with a lot of conviction. Like even when they played the Heat, he got in a fight with Tyler Hero. He had a flagrant against Giannis when they played the Bucks. Like every player on that team has been doing their role as they should.
The one name, I guess I want you to finish.
So. No, they've been playing their role as they should, and it's all meshed really well in a way that I think people kind of were overlooking because they were a young team. So kind of seeing it play out. Yeah, it's easy to say that they're a sleeper team, but like they definitely have what it takes to kind of take things all the way, because all the players have that fire in them. So it's cool to see.
Everybody talks about all the names that we said. To me, the second best player on that team is, and I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, is Sengun. 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 That's like, that nigga's nice. And he's the second best player, if not maybe the best player on the Rockets, because he's not very, a lot of people not paying attention. That is the best player, if not second best player, if not the best player on the Houston Rockets. We all familiar with Jalen Green and the names that we all said, but Sengun is actually their first or second best player on that team, and he's going to be a key element to see how far they go as well.
And you know what? He's another international player, so maybe that's the key. You need an American, you need an international player to have a little mix, and then it works out, because we've seen it work out for the best teams. So.
Well, actually, Stat, there was no international player on Boston last year.
Well, besides Boston.
Well, of course, besides
Boston, and that's why Boston is America's team.
The key word is besides.
Porzingis.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
So, like, you know,
it's a good one.
It's a good little.
The reason I thought about that, because I think Porzingis, and that's a great name, I think he's more of a third option, because we know the first and second team, first and second option, depending on what day it is.
On the day. Facts. Okay, so real quick, gotta talk about the Pistons. So they're on a 7-game winning streak for the first time since the 2014 to 2015 season, after beating the Clippers 106 to 97. But before we even dive into the Pistons, let's talk about the Clippers. Mace, are you trusting this process? How are we feeling about the Clippers right now?
What process?
Exactly.
There's no process. James Harden told you he was the process. He told you that. I'm not getting into that. I found out, I think me and James Harden have the same birthday.
You mad?
No, that's good. That's good. It explains why he's so good at basketball. We got the same birthday.
Okay. Cam?
As far as the Clippers are concerned, I'm actually going to give them a lot of props.
They both look
Ty Lue, a lot of
But I
props.
like
We've seen flashes of Houston, James Harden with this Clipper team.
Yeah, she's
but
wearing
with
a black
no
dress. Exactly.
real
These look nice.
timetable, not just timetable, game to game, week to week, day to day, hour to hour, month to month. No consistency with Kawhi Leonard, and I'm not saying this in a bad way because
I like that.
we know he's battling
it reminds
injury, we
me
know he's
of,
battling personal stuff, we know he battled with the fire in LA, but you don't have a consistent Kawhi Leonard. And right now for Houston to be in the 6th seed, they're not even in a play-in situation, which they could end up being. I think this is sensational. Paul George gets up and skips town. You don't have Kawhi Leonard. You could probably name 2 or 3 players on the Clippers outside of James Harden. And for them to be where they're at right now, it's sensational. Let's think about this if you're the Houston Rockets, pardon me, if you're the Los Angeles Clippers or just a basketball fan in general. Would you think that the Houston Rockets would be in the 6th seed and the Phoenix Suns be in the 11th seed? Absolutely not. Not me anyway. So I want to give the Clippers a little props.
So I thought.
Ty Lue, James Harden, and the rest of the staff over there for being where they're at. Because for the Clippers to be in 6th and Phoenix to be in 11th, it's kind of wow. It's kind of really crazy. So.
Yeah, I was just asking if you were trusting that process. So in that game, James Harden had 18 points versus the Pistons. So I want to ask you guys, the Clippers will play the Bulls tonight. Underdog has James Harden at 26.5 points. Do you think he's going to have higher or lower?
They wanted to make room for their shiny point.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with the Clippers, and we're going to need, if not we, because I'm not a Clippers fan, but you're going to need James Harden to have 26 to actually win the game.
Okay, and then like I said, they
have a chance to win the game.
Yeah, and then like I said, they will be playing the Bulls. So Underdog also has Lonzo Ball at 10.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower?
Oh, you heard that?
I'm gonna go lower. He can't be trusted.
It's still not done.
What he did?
Cam is against the Ball family if you're not LaMelo.
I'm definitely not against the Ball. I love LeVar Ball. I love LeVar Ball. Paul is better than all them niggas. Also, I talk to the bosses. I love LeVar Ball. I'm a very big fan of LeVar Ball. I'm a big fan of LeVar Ball. I'm a big fan of Richard Williams, which is Serena, and her sister's father. I'm a fan of people who sometimes get frowned upon and drive their kids to greatness.
What about Joe Jackson?
I'm a fan of his, but I think that he went a little too far. As far as we actually, the thing about the internet, and that's one thing that you told me your son said, Murder, is how do you believe anything before the internet? Before the internet, how could you prove it? And that's a great point. So we actually got to see. I remember LaMelo Ball wasn't able to dunk. That's how long we've been watching him on Instagram and Twitter and
when he was shooting like this.
Yeah, and he couldn't actually. He used to run and try and dunk, and it wasn't even close to where we actually seen. And I seen clips of LeVar Ball yelling at LaMelo, saying you ain't got what it takes, throwing the ball at him, building and instilling confidence, skill level, etc. Everybody thought that LeVar was crazy when he sent them over there to Australia to play at 16, took him out of school or whatever. But what he did say, well, because they had their own little documentary. He was like, he ain't got it with him, but it takes time, etc. But what he said was, but he's going to be better than all of them. And he ended up, to me, he's the best one out of all of the Ball brothers. So I want to give a lot of these fathers, even listening, we have to think about this. I know they had their ups and downs, right and left turns and everything else. But we got to think about Floyd Mayweather's family, not just his father, his uncle as well. Yeah. This is somebody who started him off boxing and it ended up leading to greatness. So a lot of times, and that was a great question. The reason I said Joe Jackson was we only see the movies and the stories.
Yeah, and what they say they're wrong.
Yeah, we don't get Joe's side of the story.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the spin.
Yeah, exactly. So
the spin wouldn't be perfect.
Yeah, so whether Joe Jackson took it too far or not,
there's always been 5v5.
You see what happens. Now, me personally, and just real quick before I get back to the actual question, I wouldn't want to be Michael Jackson. There's a few stars that I would never want to be. I wouldn't want to be Michael Jackson. I wouldn't want to be Prince. I wouldn't want to be Eminem, because it's no Mike Tyson. That's Mike Tyson. I've seen that.
There's still more downloading.
I'm the celebrity. I can still go to the grocery store and don't have to worry about it. Or I could go outside. I don't have to call niggas with earpiece. I like the bus
Hollower
moves
collection
Dolo
bonus now
sometimes without
available.
having to
Collect
call a team
designated
with
Hollower
niggas.
to obtain
The
special
bus moves.
Hollower
I seen Mike Jackson movie from his bodyguard's perspective. They said for Mike to go walk down the Vegas Strip, they had to dress like motorcycle drivers and wear helmets and all that shit. Sometimes I want to do regular shit. So I wouldn't, thank God for the situation that I'm in now. I wouldn't change it for the world, but sometimes it's just when you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you can't turn it off. But the original question set.
Yeah, basically. Well, you were just doing your picks and talking about the best
Good
dads
nerves,
and stuff like
good
that.
But what pick are we up to exactly?
Yeah, Lonzo Ball 10 and a
I
half
haven't been
minutes.
using a lot
You
of
say you don't trust
You
him.
don't trust him.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I don't trust him because the
It's just
fact
better
that he's
movement
not
with
consistent
Mariah.
playing. I think he's a great, solid point
Maybe
guard.
this
So I
one
think he deserved to be the number 2 pick overall. No, I think Magic Johnson made a mistake with that when he went to the Lakers. I think he was doing that because he's from LA or Riverside
This
County,
game has to-
and it was looking like it may be all right. He turned out to me being a decent NBA player, but nothing over the top. But the answer is no, because we don't know where his consistency at. And underdogs being tricky as usual with the 10 points, because he could get you 8 or he could get you 16.
Tatum instead of.
Tatum, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. That was a bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm going higher.
higher.
I'm going higher.
So you trust him?
Not that I trust him. I don't trust him.
I have another question, but I'm gonna let you finish.
I think he watched too much internet for me to trust him just yet.
Too much internet. Okay, so what is it for both of y'all? What does it take for y'all to trust somebody?
Oh man, my list is long.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure. What does it take for y'all to trust a player?
Oh, player, I thought you said somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a different discussion. But like in general, when you see a player, I trust this player.
Yeah, the first thing is the mindset. It's the makeup. It's the makeup of the mindset that causes you to know that what you could trust. Sometimes you watch people through their actions, and it tells you how they think, how a person perceives the game, tells you what they're gonna be in the game. So a lot of times when you're watching players, they got talent. Their skill set is up here, but their mindset is down here. And you kind of want to find people on got both.
So the number one word for me when it comes to trusting a player is one word: consistency. You cannot have 50 tonight and 2 the rest of for 5 games, and then come back and have 12, and then go have 9, then have 37. Because you can sit there and say, he's capable of getting 50, but we don't know if he's going to get 50. He's capable
It
of
won't load up.
25, 30 a night, but is he going to get, it's one thing of being capable of doing something. It's another thing if you're going to consistently do it. One player that I will say that I trusted, and he's not a superstar. I don't even think he was a star, but he could be trusted. And this name may be a little bit old for you, Stat. It's not that old. But a person that you can trust, and I'm going to use this name because he's not Kobe Bryant, he's not Michael Jordan, he's not Charles Barkley, he's not LeBron James, he's not James Harden, he's not Kevin Durant. Is a person you could trust with Andre Miller. He was coming to do his job every night. You knew
Same game every year.
Same game for 20 years. He lasted 20 years in the NBA at 17-9. You knew you was going to get 17.
Microwave.
Yeah. So those are names that you can actually trust without having to be a mega superstar or even a star. You know what you're going to get from Andre Miller, and it spells consistency. It's 17. But matter of fact, Google his career stats. I might be a little bit off, but you knew what you were getting, and he lasted for 20 years to where you may get a nigga who scores 70 and then get 11. Give me Andre Miller, because at least I know what I'm getting.
12.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, 6.5 assists.
12, 6. Yeah, and that's probably towards the end of his career. Yeah. He's probably 15 and 10, but you knew you was getting a solid point guard. Not the best point guard, not top 5 point guard, not top 15 point guard, a decent point guard. Yeah. Kind of like
Mike Conley.
That's the name I was going to say. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the comments down below, let us know a player that you guys trust. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
This game really wants my money. I'm not playing around this time. I'm definitely not playing around this time. New battle pass. No, that actually looks pretty cool. That's just for kicks. That's actually pretty cool. So getting the skins now was actually worth it, question mark. Let's see. So is that a permanent effect? Now I'm gonna have to go one by one type shit right now. Hold it. No way. I don't have to do this one by one, do I? This guy's ridiculous. I'm about to do it. Better now than never. Oh, it doesn't do it on this one. Is this a permanent effect? I think the only skin that I'm missing right now, other than the battle pass, is the legendary for this skin. Actually, I don't have this one yet. Eventually, probably, right? Wait. Oh. They gotta do something about that. There's no way they were gonna make you do this one by one. And would they take it off if there's a new skin that pops up and you just happen to? Well, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna chill for a minute on that. I'm trying. I promise I am. Look, bro, my game's lagging. I'm trying. There's so much going on. For real. When? This game is weird. I'm glad they buffed them. Talon did need the buffs, dude. There's so much CC. That's because you're bro. You're a jerk. Jerk. I hope they do different things for each skin though. Like the holiday skins would be nice. I might be ignorant. I don't know. You tell me. Like, yep, definitely. I don't know what to play first. Damn, the snake started playing without me. Give me 1 second, guys. Imagine not being in Masters. Bro, chill out. Why do you hate me, Murphy? What did I do to you? Yo, play with me, Murphy. Let's play that 500 point thing really quick. I know you're not doing it. You supported the Speedster agenda? Hey, dude. My dad works at Nintendo, dude. I almost wrote a letter, dude. He's like, you know what? Hold your horses. I got you, son. As a matter of fact, after your baseball game, I'm gonna go get take you to go get some ice cream. Updating for her. I'm saying, jeez, dude. I thought I was the only one having that issue. Jesus. This game is wackaroony. This game is wackaroony, Rooney workout. Blame him. Wackaroony, wackaroony, wackaroony. Let me guess, it's halfway there. I mean, are you down to play though once it's downloaded? I would like to try the 500 point thing. I'll probably try it right now. I'm pretty sure nobody's on it. Fast forward to an hour from now. Ignore all that, guys. The only reason I spend money is so I could boost my credit score, guys. But jokes aside, alright, so exchange. I already did though. Oh, the premium. Damn it, they got me there. They got me there. You gotta play catch 'em and as a defender. Alright. 15 times, catch 'em, defender. Why 51 level? Oh. I just need to make sure I claim all this stuff, dude, because I'll forget. And I'll be mad if I missed out on something. Bro, these boots with this, I'm gonna have to do it. I have to. I have to. There was another thing I was gonna get. Wait, item box? This is season 26, right? I was gonna buy something else and forgot what it was. Yeah, it is 26. And catch-up comes out in tomorrow, so we're good for right now. Let's see my Talonflame. Let's see how good they are now. Talonflame. I might use a defender though, just for goods. Just for kids. Tricks are for kids. Double attack top. Can somebody say cooked? Holy shit, freaking Talonflame does so much damage, dude. Am I tripping? Holy crap. Bro. I'm liking this right now, dude. Bro, this dude is doing so much damage right now. What the hell? They're gonna nerf this dude. They have to. They have to nerf this. Oh. Bro, they have to nerf it. They have to nerf this though. Holy crap. God, we lose this.
Time's up!